Today I want to talk about something kind of different. What I want to talk about is what to do when you're feeling stuck. And I'm talking about being stuck in a certain place. And that place is the paradigms of the, say, 1950s, when most of us grew up. And in those days, the paradigm of family life was a lot different than it is now. Things have thankfully changed. But in those days, most of us grew up feeling that our value and our sense of worth in life was to be a wife and a mother. And my mom worked outside the home, but that was pretty unusual. Most of my friends, their mothers were stay at home. So the role model was mostly for the wife to stay home, take care of the children, and the husband was out working. And so I grew up with that. So I'm quite familiar with it. And for those of you that also did, you'll be able to relate to this. So what kind of happens in that kind of society is that you kind of get lost and you're not valued. So you grow up and you think, okay, society has trained me and this is the way it's going to be. I'm going to be a wife. I'm going to be a mother. And but when I was actually going through my child rearing years, I also worked outside of the home almost every year. I mean, I had like 3 years off in the last 50. So it's mostly I was a working mom or even a wife. And so it was good in that we got the freedom to work. That was easier. New challenges and new things to do, new experiences. But on the other hand, we still had all those other duties, the majority of the child rearing and taking care of the household. And so what my experience was, and that of many other women in 50s, 60s and above, is that you devote your whole life to taking care of your family unit. You move around for your husband's job and you take either a lesser job or you don't work, or when your children are small, you stay home, that sort of thing. And if you do want to go back in the workforce, you basically have to start at the bottom every time. And then when Johnny or Sally is sick, guess who's the one that takes off of their job? Because, the dad's job is the most important. At least that's, how we were brought up. So what happens is we get older in our life and we start taking stock of this, and we get stuck because we keep thinking, well, this is how it's supposed to be. And we did all these things. And then, it's just not working for me. Now I'm in my 50s, 60s, 70s. And, I did what society taught me was the right thing to do, but it's just not getting it. And I'm not happy and I'm stuck. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is not your fault. And in fact, what it is it's a society's paradigm of the way that family life and our lives as women should be. And it's so totally ingrained in us that we literally have to take a stand or have some dire situation before we will, finally say, enough's enough. I'm tired of this crap. And there's got to be another way. And if any of this resonates with you, I want you to know I totally relate to that, because I was in that place. I was totally overwhelmed, totally overworked. And, I actually lost myself. I didn't even know I was lost. I was so lost. I was so much on that, that treadmill of work, take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of the husband. And it's like, there was no time left for me. In fact, I didn't even think I deserved it, because society really taught us that it's, you're just the wife, you don't count. It's okay if the husband goes out all day Saturday and plays golf and comes home and sits in front of the TV the rest of the day. But you better get the kids to soccer practice. You better get the house clean. You better get all the groceries bought and the meals planned and prepared. And, when he gets home, or he's done watching the game, then have dinner ready on the table, right? Well, that might have existed in some of the TV shows that were on at the time, like Leave It to Beaver and Father Knows Best. But, that is a really high standard to set ourselves up for. So what I would like to mention is that paradigm we need to get rid of it, because what it is really limited thinking, and it holds us back. It's a way of thinking that just we grew up and it was automatic. And we need to be strong enough to step out of it. And if you find yourself stuck, that's what you need to do. You need to start figuring out what you have to do to get unstuck and start living your best life, because it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah, there's other things you can do, and you can start living your best life.